Hello everyone, welcome to the data analysis with Python training program. Today we are going to practice on IPL dataset. So everyone please open the Jupyter notebook now and follow all the guidelines which I am going to show you. Today we are going to continue our analysis over IPL dataset. So first thing you have to do is to uh, open your previous file, means the IPL file where you have created by using Jupyter notebook, and then just do one thing, that one is go to kernel and then restart and run all and provide the input wherever needed and run all the cells so that all the data sets and all the libraries get imported into the file. Now I am going to show you how to get that, means in a particular data set how many seasons data are available. So for that we use the syntax season. This one we have loaded the data in matches as M. See here in the top section you will be getting this thing. Here we have loaded the data in matches and stored it as M. So we are fetching the column name season and we are finding out all the unique values stored in that particular row. So this will display output like this, and we can see that there is 2008, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. This much seasons data are available for our analysis purpose. Alright, now I am going to show you how to get a value that a team won by maximum runs. We are going to find out a team who has won by a maximum runs. Alright, so what we are doing? We are calling out the data set matches by M, and we are getting a row by dot ilog, means dot ilog will actually take the row where the condition will satisfy. Here we are getting what? M, we are calling M, and we are finding winning by runs, and there we are applying a function idx max, means where the maximum run will be, the value will be selected where the maximum runs be in the column win by runs, and this will display you the whole row details like this. Here you can see that ID is 44, season 2017, city Delhi, date of the match, and team 1 Mumbai Indians, team 2 Delhi Daredevils. Delhi Daredevils has won the toss, and toss decision of Daredevils was fielding, means Daredevils has batted in the second inning, and Mumbai Indians has won that match, and result was normal, means Mumbai, the result has been declared of that match. Duckworth-Lewis rule has not been applied, so value is 0, and here you can see that win by runs is equal to 1 by 146 runs, means Mumbai Indians has won that match by 146 runs, and player of the match was LMP Simmons, and venue was Firoz Kotla, umpire 1 Nitin Menon, means all the details available in that row you will be getting here. In the same way, we can also find out the team won by maximum wickets. Here we have to just replace the win by runs to the win by wickets. Now this will check in the column win by wickets, and it will find out the maximum value stored in that particular column, and it will fetch out that row and display you the result of that row. Here you can see that Kolkata Knight Riders has won that match by 10 wickets, and it was against Gujarat Lions, and this was from the season 2017. Other teams might have also won by 10 wickets, but it will display you the first value which it will get, and it will terminate there, means it will not go for the further searching. Alright, now I am going to show you how to get team name won by maximum runs, means we are not interested in getting all these values, we just want to know the team name. So you have to just do like this ilog, and here we are just getting it here and win by runs, and we will be finding it out, and this will display as like this. We want only one value, so we are putting it here 1, and it will win by runs, and here it will call the IDX mean, and it will display the binary value. All right, IDX mean here is actually finding out the column where it is getting the first value. All right, and in the same manner you can get the name of team bound by maximum wickets. Sorry, here I have provided bin by runs. So here we have to just change bin by wickets and we will be getting value as Kolkata Knight Riders. Alright, so you can use this syntax for getting out the team name bound by maximum wickets. Now I am going to show you number of matches in a particular season, means how many matches has been played in a particular season. So I am going to visualize this data. Alright, so what you will need the matplotlib.pyplot library. So import both the libraries Seaborn and this. Now I am setting the style to the dark grid, as we know that in Seaborn we can set the style. You can also set it to white or normally dark. All right, we want dark grid, so I have provided dark grid. Now I am setting plot parameters figure and figure size, and now I am passing the value for figure size here 14,8. All right, now I am calling the count plot from the Seaborn library, and we are passing the data as x is equal to season and data is equal to m. Means here we are passing the whole data set matches, and we are plotting our graphs on the basis of season. So you can see this will give you output like this. See here, you can see in 2008 this much match has been played, and you can also get the numbers. Just you have to use what you have to do like this. I am just toggling out the toolbar so that I can add a row here and can show you. Okay, so what you have to do here, what we have done, we have just passed the season and we have called the data. So we have to apply it on m, and we want season and value counts, and you will be getting value like this. In 2013 you can see 76 matches has been played. In 2009 57 matches has been played, and you can verify it with the graph. In 2009 the graph will be the lower one. You can see this graph is the lower one and it is near about 60. All right, 57 and 59 matches has been played in 58 in 2008. So you can see 2008 just a greater one. So in this manner you can visualize the data. All right, now I am going to show you the most match winning team. I am going to plot the graph for the team who has won the most matches. All right, so here is, you can see that Mumbai Indians has won most matches, and then after Chennai Super Kings, then Kolkata Knight Riders, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Kings 11 Punjab. You can also call it like that. This one is the team performance, or you can use it as like team performance of the a particular team in all seasons. All right, in the history of IPL, Mumbai Indians has won the most matches, and Rising Pune Super Giants has won less matches in whole IPL history. All right, now I am going to show you the top 20 player of the match, means the players who has got the player of the match award most of the time. So here what I am doing, see here, I have created a top players variable, and I am taking the dataset m, means the whole matches file, and then I am calling out the column name player of the match, and we are counting out the values. All right, and we are taking only 20 values starting from initial and up to 20. In this manner you can take anything up to 100, up to 10, up to 5. You can change this thing. Okay, and now I am setting out the figure here and taking that axis as plt dot subplots, and here we have set the limit by limit here 0 to 20. As how many data you are going to take here, you have to set the limit here also. All right, in the by level I am putting like count, means you can also set like yes, put the count, means how many times a player of the match has been given to a particular team. Okay, you can also set the X level. All right. Now I want the X level as the player name, so I'm not setting that. Okay. So here sb.barplot X is equal to top players dot index. This will actually give the index value of particular players in the x-axis, means it will display the player name in the x-axis, and by in the by it will display the values, because here we have calculated the values, how many times a particular player has won the match. Now I want it in a vertical manner, so I am setting it like this, and when I will run this cell I am going to get like this. Okay, so you can see Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers, and then Warner, MS Dhoni. Okay, you can also change it to horizontal. Just you have to change here H, and you will be getting a bar graph. Sorry, this one is saying error. And what the error? Okay, sorry, when you are setting it horizontal, you have to reverse the values also. So here set index, and here set the values. Okay, so in this manner you will be getting the graph in this way. Okay, don't forget to swap these values, otherwise you will be getting errors. Okay, so you can see, and now you have just reversed this thing, so you have to change the name here. So I am setting it to by level as player name. Okay, and now when I will run this, it will change the player name, and here player of the match. Okay, so you can also change it like player of the match, and you can also set x-axis label x dot set underscore x label, and you can put like number of times. All right, so you can see the labels has been put here. Okay, sorry, I have given the wrong value here, wrong attribute x label. Okay, in this manner you can change this thing. All right, now I am going to show you number of matches won by all teams, means how many times a particular team has won the, how many matches a particular team has won. Okay, so I'm taking out here the whole file, and I'm checking in the winner column, and I'm counting the values, how many times a particular name has been repeated. Okay, so see here, it has counted all the values in the winner table, and it has found Mumbai Indians 109 times, Chennai Super Kings 100 times, Kolkata Knight Riders 92 times, Royal Challengers Bangalore 84 times. In this manner it has got all the values, and you can see this one is the graph, means this one is the value here displayed in the visualization part. All right, you can see this value is greater than 100 and near about 100 to 120. Here you can see the one division is of 20, so here 100 to 20, so you can see this one is near about 110. All right, so in this manner you can plot the graphs. Okay, now I am going to show you toss winner, match winner. How many times a toss winner has won the match? So you can see a toss winner has not won the match 363 times and won the match 393 times. Means you can say that in conclusion that if a particular team is winning the toss, the chances of winning the match is quite favorable. All right, you can also calculate the percentage. I have shown you another method yesterday, and now I am showing you the shortest method. In the previous one, we have written down about 4 to 5 lines to find this thing. You can see here, win or lose, you can see in this manner this much amount we have written, and here you can see we have written just 2 lines and we are getting the same results. All right, So you can practice this thing, and we can also plot it like this. All right. So here is the thing. You can also plot a pie chart also. So try by yourself. All right. This is all about the whole match, means total matches played in the history of IPL. All right. It's not about a particular team. Okay. And you can also do it for a particular team. Just you have to do what? Here you have to create a data set where in, like, if you want for a particular team, I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so let's see what we have to do. We have to first create a data set. So I'm taking toss winner, match winner for a particular team. All right, so what we have to do, create a data set. So I'm taking like HSR is equal to, here I'm taking M and taking toss winner is equal to Mumbai Indians. So whenever you are going to call HSR, you are going to get value like this, means Mumbai Indians has won the toss or not. All right. Now you have to apply the same thing here, which we have done, means a particular Mumbai Indians has won the toss or not. So you can use like this, HSR dot group by, and pass here HSR and dot size. This will display you that in total 658 matches, Mumbai Indians has won only 98 times. Means total 658 matches has been played in a history of IPL. All right, and Mumbai Indians has won the toss only 98 times. All right, you can also use it like Mumbai Indians has won the toss as well as won the match. So what you have to do here, we are going to use like H is equal to, now call HSR, and here call out the winner. Sorry, you have to create like in this manner, HSR is equal to M of toss winner, and here you have to use another one M and put like this. So this one is the data set, and this one will not actually display this. See here, we have selected all the values where Mumbai Indians has won the toss. Okay, now we will apply this thing over this data set. Okay, so at the place of M, here change it to SB, and here also change it to SB, pass here SB, and at the place of M, pass it here HSR. So this one is actually confined for the Mumbai Indians. So you can see 56 times Mumbai Indians has won the toss as well as won the match, and 42 times Mumbai Indians has won the toss but not won the match. And this one is the same value as we have got yesterday. You can match it from the previous one. Here you can see this one is not for Mumbai Indians. Toss decision field, this one is toss winner is equal to T1 into, this one is another thing, and this one is, you can see 98 times Mumbai Indians has won the toss. All right, and 56 times Mumbai Indians has won the match. All right, this is the same value as we have got yesterday and we have also got today. And now we have just used 3 lines to get this thing. Yesterday we have used 5 to 6 lines, and now we have confined it to 3 lines. Okay, now I am going to show you And the same thing, you can also use this particular function for getting out the values for this thing. So when you are going to apply here, and you have to just replace SS by SB, and you will be getting the value. All right. So you can see 57.14 times Mumbai Indians has won the match whenever they have won the toss. All right. So you can analyze for any team. Just you have to do what? You have to replace the team name. Like here, I am replacing it with Chennai Super Kings. Super Kings, and this will display as the value for Chennai Super Kings. Means whenever Chennai Super Kings has won the toss, it has 64.04 times percent they have won the match also. All right, and you can put it in a F, and you can also call FA. So we are going to get like this: 57 times they has won the match, and 32 times only they have not won the match. All right. So in this manner, you can find it for a particular team also. Now I am going to show you team performance whenever they are batting in first inning. Okay. So what I am using, I am just showing you. I have taken the data set. I am confining it by taking the column bin by runs, and I am checking that this one is greater than 0 or not. Means whenever a team is winning by runs, there is some values there. Otherwise, the values is 0. So I am checking out that is greater than 0 or not. If that is greater than 0, then group by. Group by is a function which will actually allow you to take a piece of data from the large data set. So here we are taking just binner column from the data set, and we are taking in that particular group by, we are just applying on bin by runs, and we are applying what? Median of that value. Means we are going to apply median so that we can get the median of particular match winning conditions. Okay, so when they are batting first, what is the condition for their match winning? And now for short values, I am using just ascending true. Means this will apply in descending order. Okay, so see here, Gujarat Lions has only one as median when they are batting in first inning, and you can see 37.0 means Delhi Capitals has won the most matches when they are batting first. All right, and you can see Mumbai Indians has 25 median. You can also calculate the mean. Okay, so you can see this one is the mean. You can also calculate mod. Sorry, this one is not a function. You can also apply some. This is there in function. Yes, this one is actually added all the runs, means how many runs they has won. All right, so don't do this, just use median, because median gives the this one is the correct value, a spelling of the median. So this will display the team performance of a particular team when they are batting first. In the same manner, just you have to replace it by bin by wickets, and it will display you, means give you the idea about the condition that a particular team, what is the probability that a particular team is going to win when they are batting second. Here you can see Mumbai Indians has median 6 when they are batting second. All right. Now I am going to show you how to visualize the team performance when they are batting in second inning. So what we have to do? We have to just import the Seaborn library, and then set the figure AX is equal to PLT dot subplots, and then set the title. All right, I am setting it like winning it by runs, because when you are batting second, then you will whenever you are batting second means you are going to win by wickets. Okay, so win by wickets, and here just change the value to win by wickets. Okay, and now I am going to plot the box plot by using Seaborn library, and we are providing by is equal to winner, means this will take the values of binner name as y-axis and bin by bkets means the value in this column bin by bkets, it will serve with the x-axis. All right, and you can set orientation as horizontal. You may also set it to vertical. All right, it's your choice, and then plt dot show, and then you will be getting the value like this. You are going to get a graph in this manner. Okay, so you can see this. Now you can also set the set it means set not, you can also plot it in a bar graph. All right, so what you have to do, just you have to change here the bar plot. So you are going to get bar plot. See here we have got the bar plot. We can also change the orientation. So before changing orientation you have to swap the value. So change by to x and x to by. This has changed the value, and now change the orientation h to v, and this will display the vertical graphs. See here Rising Pune Super Giants, but it will not look in a better way. So change it to horizontal so that you can visualize all the things clearly. Means you will be seeing all the names clearly. So put it like this, and now you are going to get the graph in this manner. Okay, you can also visualize team performance when they are batting in first inning. Whenever they are batting in first inning, they are going to win by runs. So replace it to runs, and here you can change it by win by runs. We are again importing the Seaborn library and plotting a box plot. You can also plot the bar plot as I have said you. You can also change the orientation as I have shown to you. Okay, so in this manner you can plot the graph. All right. Now I am showing you the data. You can also see the data, means the data of how a team has performed when they are batting second. Okay, so this is the team performance of all the teams when they are batting second. Okay, means bin by wickets. These are the all rows when a particular team has won the match and they are batting second. You can also visualize by just replacing it to runs, means how many times a particular team has won the match, means total 337 rows. So you can see 337 rows in win by runs, means 337 times a match has been won by that team who has batted first. And when you can see this thing wickets, you are going to get 406, means you can say that a team can win a match when they are batting second. The chances of winning a match is quite greater when a team is batting in the second inning. Okay, because you can see that the team who has won the match by wickets is 406, and a team can win the match by wickets only when they are batting second. All right, now I am going to show you the team won by the maximum run margin, means which team has won the match with maximum run margin. So this one is giving you the error because I have given the wrong file name, and the file name will be m. So according to this, means like this you can get this thing. Okay, so who is the team? That one is Mumbai Indians. You can also find team won by maximum wickets. So just you have to write this syntax, and this syntax will fetch you the row where a team has particularly won by the maximum wickets. Okay, now batsman performance in a particular match. Now I'm going to show you all the analysis. So we have loaded all the delivery file as D. So replace file 2 as D, because during preparation I have renamed it as file 2. So see, I am taking the batsman as Yuvraj Singh. So this will do what? In condition dataset, it will create a dataset where the batsman name will be Yuvraj Singh, means it will fetch out all those rows in condition where the batsman is Yuvraj Singh. And now I am finding it for a particular. So first cut this and see the result of condition. Okay, so here you can see the batsman is Yuvraj Singh in each and every column, and total 2207 rows means total 2207 ball Yuvraj Singh has played in the IPL career till 2019. Alright, now I am going to show you for a particular match how many balls or how many runs or something like details for a particular match, and I am considering the match ID as 10. Okay, you can consider for anything, any match ID. Here you can see total 8 ball played by Yuvraj Singh, and this one is the details of that particular match. You can also change it to 1 and you will be getting the details of Yuvraj Singh in the match ID 1. Here Yuvraj Singh has played total 30 balls, and you can see total 30 balls has been played by Yuvraj Singh in that match, and this is the whole details about that match. Okay, now you can also fetch it for different players. Just you have to do what? Replace it with a variable and ask the user for a player name, and this will display all the values from that. Okay, and you can also take here the match ID name, match ID number. Okay, when you will pass a match ID where Yuvraj Singh has not played, then you are going to get 0 rows. Means in this match Yuvraj Singh has not played a single ball, or this match might not be belonging to a team in which Yuvraj Singh were the part of that team. All right. Now this one is our data set. Okay. Now we are going to perform analysis on this file, and now I am going to get the batsman run in that match. So what I am going to do? I am just going to group by, means we are just taking out the match ID and batsman run in that particular match. So here you can see, sorry, not particular match, in all the match. So you can see this thing. In first match Yuvraj Singh has scored 62 runs. In second match they have scored 5. The match ID for that match is 10. Okay, you can also do this thing by just applying on this thing, means the value where we have stored in X, and you can apply it on X, and when you will apply this on X, you are going to get the runs scored by Yuvraj Singh in particular match. Here you can see you are getting the value only 62, as this one is considering only match ID as 1, because we have passed the match ID here as 1. When you will change it to 10 and run this cell, and after that run this cell again, you are going to get a different value, and you can see in match ID 10 Yuvraj Singh has scored only 5 runs. Now you can calculate batsman performance by runs, means how many fours they have played, they have scored, how many sixes they have scored, how many ones they have taken, how many 2 runs they have taken, how many 3 runs they have taken. So just we are doing what? Just you have to replace file 2 with D, or you can do one thing, keep it to file 2 and do like this, file 2 is equal to D, and when we are going to run this cell, we are going to get all the values whenever we are going to fetch the values. Okay, so you can call it like, if you need how many fours the Yuvraj Singh has played, so you can see this one is applied on whole data set. So this one is displaying how many fours played scored by every batsman in particular match. You can see in first match, in match ID 1, in inning 1, David Warner has scored 2 4, MC Hendricks has scored 3 4s, Shikhar Dhawan has scored 5 4s, Yuvraj Singh has scored 7 4s, and you can strict this thing to only particular match, means for a particular player and particular match we have already provided the condition. So I'm just replacing the file 2 with X, and this will apply, this will be applicable only for the Yuvraj Singh in the match ID 10, and you can see there is only 1 4 scored by Yuvraj Singh in match ID 10, and you can verify it by just coming here and go to the runs scored by the batsman, means batsman run, and you can find out how many fours they had played. I am taking the small values so that you can visualize it clearly. You can see he has scored a single run and 1 4 only, and there Yuvraj Singh has got out on the 8th ball. So you can see we have got the right answers. All right. So whenever we are going to change the match ID, like here in the match ID section, if we are going to pass 1 here, so this is the all details of that match, and you can count it manually, and then we will be applying that formula or that syntax. Okay, so first count it manually. So there are 30 rows, means 30 balls played by Yuvraj Singh, and you can see 1 6 1 4 till now, 2 4 1 6 3 4 1 6 2 6 3 4 4 4 2 6 5 4 2 6 3 6 5 4 and 6 7 7 4s and 3 6. All right, and you can get it by applying it to syntax also. And what you have to do, just you have to, for 6s you have to replace it with file 2 with x. If you will be applying file 2, then it will operate on the whole file. Okay, and run this cell and ask here, it will display you 7. Yuvraj Singh has scored 7 fours. And you can add another cell, and you can also call out 6s per batsman, and you can see it is displaying 3, and you have already manually counted that Yuvraj Singh has scored 3 sixes. All right, so in this manner you can apply for a particular batsman also on whole data set also. Okay, so practice at your home. Now I am going to show you batsman performance against a particular bowler, and here we have taken X, where in the match 1, means match ID 1, Yuvraj Singh is the player, and I am fetching out all those rows where bowler name is Hardik Pandya. So we can see that in first match there is not a bowler who named Hardik Pandya. You can also call it like this, means Yuvraj Singh has either not played with that team where Yuvraj Singh is, sorry, Hardik Pandya was the part of the team, or Hardik Pandya has not bowled a single ball. So change it to TS Mills, and you will be getting the value here. So change the bowler name here, and I am passing here TS Mills, and we will be getting all those rows where Yuvraj Singh has played against the ball of TS Mills. You can see there are 6 rows, means Yuvraj Singh has played total 6 ball of TS Mills. All right, so in this way you can find out for any bowler, any batsman combination. Okay, now we are going for the further analysis. Now I am going to calculate the batsman run for a particular ID. All right, so batsman run against a particular bowler in a particular match. Okay, so here we can either use X or we can use Y. If we are using Y, so see here, bowler is TS Mills and X is there already, so we don't need the match ID is equal to 10, so we can also remove this thing, and we can count it like in this way, and just we have to put here like this. This one is displaying error as are in the columns. Okay, so just use syntax this one is the right syntax. Yeah, this one is the right syntax, and match ID is what, 1. So pass it like this, and you can see batsman has scored total 6 runs against TS Mills, and you can count it manually also. Here are the 6 rows, and you can count the batsman run. Here you can see 4 1 4 6. This one has not actually count the batsman run. This one has count the number of balls played by the batsman. So if we want the batsman run, total batsman run, then at place of count we have to use the sum, and this will display out the total runs scored by that batsman. Okay, so see here, total 15 runs it's displaying, and you can count it manually. 6, 4, 10, 1, 11, 4, 15, and 2 dot balls. Alright, so this one will give you batsman run against a particular bowler in a particular match. Alright, we have seen the value that how to find the batsman run against a particular bowler in a particular match. Now we are going to see how to find batsman scoring 50 plus run or 30 plus run with the statistic which you get to see when you are watching a particular cricket match on an IPL match. Okay, so what we have to do? We are just creating a data set Z where we are taking condition. Condition is what? The data set which has player name is equal to Yuvraj Singh. Alright. Now we are making a group by means we are taking out a subsection of that particular data set. That one is condition, and we are just taking out match ID, and of that match ID we are just getting taking out the batsman runs, and we are making a sum of that, and this will do actually this display this thing. See here, you will be getting like this, how many runs that particular batsman has scored in particular match. All right, now we want to calculate the 50 plus runs. So what we have to do, I'm just creating another data set where we are taking out all those where the values is greater than or equal to 50, and now I am using group by mn, and now I am taking out the size, and this will display means 130 times false means 100 in 113 matches Yuvraj Singh has not scored 50 plus runs, and in 13 matches he has scored 50 plus runs. You can also check it for 30, and when you will press shift and enter you will get like this, 36 times Yuvraj Singh has scored 30 plus runs, and 90 times they have scored less than 30 runs. Alright, when you will run this here, you can count this thing. This one is total equal to 126, means Yuvraj Singh has played total 126 inning, and he has scored what? How many times 50 plus a score? We have got 13 times they has scored 50 plus runs, and 30 times they have got, we can make a conclusion in this way, 30 plus runs 36 times, and 100 runs or greater than 100 runs he has scored 0 times, because in all innings you are getting value as false. So we can make a conclusion that Yuvraj Singh has played total 126 innings and scored 36 times 30 plus runs and 13 times 50 plus runs. Alright, so that we can make a conclusion in this way. We can also calculate the total runs scored by Yuvraj Singh, and we can also calculate how many single or double or triple or 4 or 6 Yuvraj Singh has scored in the whole career. Just you have to replace it by what? Just at the place of, in this 1 2 4 you have to place it here condition, and when you will just take it out, see, and I'm going to show you how to calculate number of sixes scored by Yuvraj Singh in his whole career. Just you have to do what? Don't place here, just take it here. All right, so place a row here and copy this thing, and what you have to do, just rename it as bias, and at the place of x use condition, because condition is the data set where the batsman is Yuvraj Singh. So when you are going to do this and find out bias, you are going to get all those rows where Yuvraj Singh has scored sixes, and here you can see 149 rows where Yuvraj Singh has scored sixes, and what you have to do, just you have to put it here, bias dot value underscore counts, and you will be getting the values of individual match where Yuvraj Singh has scored how many sixes in a particular match. All right, and how we will do that? Just we have to pass here batsman runs, and we can see there are total 149 times Yuvraj Singh has scored this thing. All right, and when we will do for other players, we can also get that. And for a particular match, how many times Yuvraj Singh has scored 6 or something, we have to go for this thing. First of all, we have to calculate, if we want how many times Yuvraj Singh has scored sixes in individual matches, then what we have to do? First of all, we have to create Yuvraj Singh or a particular batsman, scored sixes. You can replace it by fours or something like that. I'm creating a variable CV and taking it like in this way. I'm taking out the whole file, so I'm taking it as file2. Okay, take it like file2, or you can also take deliveries is the file, and I'm taking out all those rows where batsman run is equal to 6, and when you are going to run CV, you are going to get all those rows where a particular batsman has scored a 6, and you can find out that total 8,176 has been scored in total IPL. All right, and here what you have to do? We want for a particular batsman, so now we will apply CV dot. Here we are going to pass like CV, and we are taking out CV, and here we will be providing the batsman, and here I am taking batsman and pass it the batsman name, like we want Yuvraj Singh, so I am passing Yuvraj Singh, and this will represent all those rows where batsman is Yuvraj Singh, and you can see there are total 149 rows where batsman is Yuvraj Singh. Now store it in a variable, and I'm taking it like FA. Okay, so this one is the variable where now just you have to do FA dot batsman runs under dot value counts, and you can see I have made a spelling mistake, and that one is this, so you can find out in this way. We can also calculate a particular batsman has scored sixes in a particular match or by match ID. Just we have to do what? Take a data frame F, and I'm taking it from the whole data deliveries and taking out Yuvraj Singh, means all the rows where batsman is Yuvraj Singh. Now I am taking out all those rows from F where batsman run is equal to 6, means all those rows where Yuvraj Singh has scored a 6 in particular ball. All right, now I am making value counts by using match ID. This one is displayed as match ID. We can also do it for a bowler by just passing bowler, and you can see in this manner you can find out for a particular bowler, means Yuvraj Singh has scored 7 sixes against SK Vaughan, and against AR Patel 6 sixes, against Bias Chahal he has scored 5 sixes. Means in this manner you can perform your analysis. All right, now batsman performance in a particular match, we can do it by this, and you can see batsman has scored 0 runs in 967 balls, and they has scored 750 singles, 218 runs by 4, and 149 sixes, and 122, and 3 times they have scored 3. All right, we can also make sum of this by just applying sum, and this will calculate out the whole run scored by Yuvraj Singh. Alright, so here's the thing, you can also use your calculator for calculation, like do like this: 750 multiplied with 1 plus 218 multiplied with 4 plus 149 multiplied with 6 plus 120 multiplied with 2 plus 3 times multiplied with 3, and just you have to press shift and enter, and you are going to get the total runs scored by that batsman. Alright, so in this manner you can also perform this thing, and you can also do like this condition, and then just you have to take the batsman run column. So do like this condition, and here select batsman runs, and if you are finding out for 0, so apply like 0, and you have to just use sum, and you are going to get like this. Alright, and if you will do in the place of this the whole thing, and you are going to apply like this, here just you have to pass batsman runs, then you are going to get like this. Alright, total 2765 runs. Alright, you can also do it for a particular single, double, 4 or 6s. Alright, so go for it. Now I am going to show you the value counts. Here you can see the same thing. Okay, now I have created this one DF for the visualization. So let's see. Here we can also count once, as I have said you. So you can see here we are getting 750. If we will change it to 2, we are going to get the 2. We can get like 3, and we can also get 4 by just replacing this thing. Okay, so in this manner you can get this thing. And now I am going to plot a graph for the batsman performance, and I am taking by limit from 0 to 7, as I need for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. These are the 6 values scored by a particular batsman in a match. So when you will run this cell, we are going to get like this, and you can see total 750 0 run has been scored most of the time, and 750 times the batsman has scored single, 2 times they has scored 2. You can visualize in this manner. Alright, so practice at your home. Now dismissal by a bowler means, here we are going to find out how many times a particular bowler has made the dismissals. So when we are going to do this, and I am removing this one, I just want to first plot this thing. So I want to place print CZ. I want, here you will be getting all the values where Hardik Pandya is the bowler, and you can see Hardik Pandya has bowled total 914 balls in IPL career, and when you will apply MF, and then you are going to get all those value counts where Hardik Pandya has taken the wickets, and you can see there are total, and if you want to count total number of wickets, then just you have to do what, here player dismissed, and you have to make the sum, and you will be getting the values how many times Hardik Pandya has taken a wicket. Okay, so here is the list of all the players who is getting out by Hardik Pandya when he was bowling the ball against a particular batsman, and you can see MK Pandya has got out 2 times, MS Dhoni has got out 2 times against Hardik Pandya. So in this manner you can find out this thing. Now dismissal type of a bowler, type by a bowler means, here you will be getting how many times the wicket has been. You can see 37 times Hardik Pandya has dismissed by count out, 4 times bowled, and 3 times run out LBW 1 time. Alright, you can also calculate the run given by a bowler. Just you have to apply this syntax, and you can see the bowler has given this much runs, and as we have calculated here the total run scored by a batsman, this one thing you can apply for the bowler also. And here just you have to take a row, and here at the place of condition you have to put it here total runs, so that you got a total runs, and here you have to pass the thing where CZ, here you have to pass CZ, as CZ is the data set where Hardik Pandya is the bowler, and you can see total 100,385 has been runs has been given by the Hardik Pandya. You can also count CZ dot player dismissed dot value counts, and you will be getting value in this manner. Okay, and you can also here type the player dismissal type, and you will be getting, sorry, I have passed the wrong column name, and that's one dismissal kind, not the type. Okay, so when you are going to run this set, you are going to get this one value. Okay, and if you want to count out the number of times, how many times they have taken wicket, so you have to just pass here at the place of value counts, you have to use the sum, and here if you will use sum CZ dot player dismissed, so dismissed dot sum, then you might get error because this one is a string. All right, so you have to do player dismissal underscore kind and dot sum. Here you might also get the same error because this one is a value count you can make perform only, and you have to add all those things manually. All right, so you can calculate like 37, 4, 41, 44, 45 wickets has been taken by Hardik Pandya. You can also do it for a particular season. Just you have to make a data frame where Hardik Pandya is the player, and you have to just confine it by selecting a season for that. All right, in this manner you can perform this thing, and you can also plot a graph for the dismissal kind also. Here is the dismissal kind, how many times, sorry, how many runs are given by the Hardik Pandya for a, you can see here he has given run according to this. You can also plot the graph for dismissal kind, so just you have to use sb dot bar plot and put this value count as variable b, and you have to use the same syntax as we have used above. So copy this thing and place it here, and you have to remove fd, and at the place of fd you have to place here b, and you will be getting a graph. Sorry, you have to run this cell again, and you will be getting a graph how the pattern of dismissal kind is for the particular batsman. You can also calculate number of sixes in a particular season. Just you have to confine the data. I'm just showing you, and this one is the last analysis, and I'll be ending the video. So what we have to do, first of all, call the file. So I'm calling the file, and I am selecting batsman runs where this is equal to 6. So this will take out all those rows where batsman run is 6. So I am storing it in a HSR variable. So now what we have to do, we have to do it for a particular season. So do like this, HSR, and pass here the variable, the column name, and we can see the column name. So what we have to do here, just plot first HSR, and we are going to get here match ID inning batting team, bowling team. Here we cannot relate with the inning because here not given the data for the season. So sorry for that. You can do it for a match, particular match, how many sixes has been scored in a particular match. So what you have to do? You have to use match ID, and here I am passing the same thing, match ID, and this will confine out all those data where this one is displaying error. And what's the error? Sorry, match ID is equal to pass 1. So this one display all those sixes which has been scored in first match. Okay, and here you can see this one is match ID 1, and put this in a variable m and p. Okay, so this one is m and p, and you can also do this for particular batsman. So I am doing this m and p dot batsman, and this will value counts, means how many times a particular batsman has scored sixes in that match, and this will display you the result in this manner. And you can see in the first match Chris Gayle has scored 3 sixes, Yuvraj Singh has scored 3 sixes, MC Hendricks has scored 2 sixes, and you can confine it also for a particular inning. Just you have to create a variable. I am creating a variable b, and I am using m and p, and here I am taking the innings, and now I'm passing is equal to 1, and this, sorry, I have displayed and here you have to just pass v, and this one is displaying error. What is the error? Innings, sorry, inning, I have typed the wrong column name, and you have to pass just here inning. Okay, so you are going to get in this manner. In the first inning, this much batsman has scored the sixes, and you can do like this. In this manner you can get all the details. In inning 2, when you will be running inning 2, and you can see Chris Gayle has scored in inning 2. Okay, and when you will pass inning 1, you can see the first inning batsman sixes will be displayed here. All right, so in this manner all the media broadcaster who is broadcasting the IPL sessions give you the analysis during the IPL matches. All right, you can also make your analysis by your own self. Just you have to make your own data set, means how you want to display those things. Okay, and you can also plot. You can also calculate total run in a particular match. So if you are taking match ID as equal to 1, and just you have to use what? HSR dot sum, and this will make, and here you can see this one is the thing, and you can calculate total runs in a match by just using like this. If you are taking m and p is equal, just create a variable n and take d, and here I am taking match id is equal to 1. Match id is equal to 1, and now I am taking a variable m where I am taking n, and here I am taking inning, and I am taking inning is equal to 1, and here I will be considering m dot total runs, and dot sum, and this will give me the total run in that particular inning or in that particular match. You can also pass here 2, and you will get total 172 run has been scored by the second inning batting team, and you can get this thing. But match ID is here 1, and here you can also find out match ID 1. So when you are going to find this thing, match ID 1, here you can see there is a difference of runs. So a particular team must has won by the runs. So we will verify it out. Okay, so see what is the winning type. So we will move this thing, and who is the winner. We are going to get this thing. Royal Challengers Bangalore 006 is, this one is not the extra runs leg by total runs, this one is the delivery part. Okay, this one is the same delivery one. If we want matches, so we have to call M and match ID M1. Okay, to Royal Challengers Bangalore batsman non-striker, this one is not the file, so just load this file. What we have to do, file is equal to read CSV and call out matches.csv, matches.csv, and here, sorry, I am using a wrong thing, pd dot this one. So we have got the file now, and we can see in the first match where match ID is 1. Okay, you can see toss winner is RCB, and what is the winning conditions. So here we can find out the match has been won by runs. Okay, and batting team was what? Match has been won by Sunrisers Hyderabad, and they has won by runs, means they have batted first. So if we can see here, the first inning runs is 207 and second inning run is 172, and the difference is 35. So in this manner you can also find particular match scores. All right, and I was talking about that how we can find number of sixes in a particular season. So you have to select the season from this particular file and ID season from here and ID from there. So you have to merge both the files, and then you have to calculate all those things. So this one is quite complex. You will be learning all these things when you will be having a training on data science. All right. So this is all about the whole training program, and I have completed the IPL session, practice session, and now I hope you have enjoyed this learning time, and all the best, and practice all these things. And if you found yourself stucking anywhere, then let me know. And that's all. I am ending the lecture today. So thank you. See you all in the next session.